I am still obviously remote. We have our stand-in Trashy. This is not Saraskis von Empari, but we will be back to feeding him soon. In the meantime, Waz, who is your garbage person of the week?
It's been a theme of our show today, but it's JD Vance. It's not just the ghoulish abortion stuff that came out where he's straight out of the Handmaid's Tale saying we should track women who test positive for pregnancy, right? Like we should track them and their movements so that they can't get an abortion. It's not just that. It's like the cat lady thing to me just lacked so much of the self-awareness or empathy, especially as a dude, just understanding that every woman who doesn't have children, it's not because they're, these selfish, sort of decadent people who just want to live high on the hog and not want to have to make sacrifices for something bigger than themselves. There's so many women out there who go through the painful process of trying to get themselves pregnant, like with their partners. Like this is like bro, like you can't even describe that feeling of wanting something that badly and not being able to do it, and then turning around and having some schmuck with a eating grin tell you you're a depressive cat person who doesn't deserve to have happiness and a say in how our government goes. Man, it's just like I can't believe the party, even the Republican Party establishment is letting this guy go out and do this. Again, a lot of this stuff is from the past, but as we're gonna show from this clip, he's not backing away from it. Exactly.
It's not a criticism of people who don't have children. I explicitly said in my remarks, despite the fact the media has lied about this, that this is not about criticizing people who for various reasons didn't have kids. This is about criticizing the Democratic Party for becoming anti-family and anti-child. We have to ask ourselves, Megan, why do we have masking of toddlers years after the pandemic ended? Why do we have the Harris campaign coming out this very morning, Megan, and saying that we should not have the child tax credit, which lowers tax rates for parents of young children? It's because they have become anti-family and anti-kid.
Despicable. Despicable as a pivot. Instead of saying, look, man, I disavow those remarks. I shouldn't have said them. They were kind of in jest. And now that I've had time to think about it, it was kind of cruel. I shouldn't have said that. I have immense respect for people who are out there trying to start families. That's what we should all be trying to do. No, he pivots to some nonsense. Like it's disgusting. This guy he's awful. And like, I know we've been joking like Trump might get him out of here. He might fire this guy for real.
He might.
He might actually fire this dude.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
It was a bad choice. Not necessarily as bad of a choice as JD Vance's to put that much eyeliner on before an interview like that, but it was a bad choice, admittedly. I'm so glad that you chose this because I want to talk about it more. I love these pathetic little cowards when they go to their little safe podcast or their little safe think tank and they're like, screw these lib commie women, they suck, they're covered in hair. And then as soon as the light of day goes on, they're like, I only meant that their policies in regards to taxes or anti-fam. Oh, where's the bluster? Where's the backbone? Where's the muscle? All of a sudden I just mean the child tax credit, which 99% of every elected Republican is opposed to. That's all I meant. Okay, sure. Anyway, it's so utterly pathetic. It also doesn't make any sense once you actually think about it. So he apparently kept making these comments and didn't realize that there's tons of people that desperately want to have kids and can't, and he's insulting them. So now their defense is, well, I don't mean them. I just mean people who choose not to have kids, who I guess you can just insult for some reason. I'm sure he'll be backtracking that. But the issue is that he is still attacking those people who can't, because his point wasn't about an ideology, it was having skin in the game. Now, maybe he thinks it's too bad that they couldn't have the kids they want, But according to his logic, they don't have the kids, they don't have the skin in the game. Maybe in some hypothetical world they'd like to, but they don't. He's going around talking about how people without kids should pay higher taxes. He would apply that to people who want to, but can't. He wants people who have kids to have literally more political say. He hasn't explained what that means, but effectively their vote would count for more. And maybe hypothetically, some people would like to be part of that group. But again, he's talking about doling out rewards and levying penalties, including to those people that he's now desperately trying to pretend that he wasn't. This is just such a ridiculous own goal. Other thoughts?
I don't know, man. I just think about all the women out there who have miscarried, people who are close to them, knowing how traumatic that can be as an experience. Like people literally doing everything within their power to do this and it doesn't happen. And again, some freaking VC scumbag, elite politician gets to come up there and call them names for it. It's despicable.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.